We bought the house in 2019 as a second home. We started thinking about making this house our forever home in 2021. We were overwhelmingly in favor of Daniel being our contractor. His company and the way they do business was the way to go, and so we worked with them. We actually engaged them 8 months before we started so that they could be involved in the design process as well as the construction.
The one thing that really was a highlight in terms of confidence in Mast Builders. They were there every day. There wasn't a day that went by that someone wasn't here, and it went smoothly. And I just think having the comfort in knowing they were seeing it through.
We had a couple of requirements. We needed a room for Susan's baby grand piano.
Had to have.
I wanted a garage, a big garage. We needed a bigger kitchen because the kitchen that was in the house was small. We also wanted to have a decent laundry room and a little bit nicer bedroom. So all those things kind of came together in 4 different phases. And
each phase really gave us what we wanted. I think obviously the kitchen, the heart of the home, is what we got. And we're very happy with how it turned out.
And I got my garage, and it has a loft above it, which has a big space for all kinds of activities, including when the kids come with our grandkids.
I think every room, I've just so pleased with how it turned out. The master bathroom has a little makeup area for me, and just sort of I call it my sanctuary. That is one of the highlights of the project.
The garage, of course, is one of my favorite things, but also the fact that we figured out how to convert the old kitchen to a wine bar.
Oh, yeah.
Which is part of our whole family room entertainment complex, and that's really great. Mast Builders, the way they approach projects is really unique. They're not only creative and constructive in what they're doing, they communicate extremely well. We got invoices, complete detailed invoices. We got copies of every single purchase that was made.
Our overall experience with Mast Builders, we were very pleased to have Mast Builders take on our project. And again, working with Mast Builders in planning was seamless in that it moved from one phase to the other. The reliability and the quality was outstanding.
The experience was fantastic.
Yeah.
Having worked in the construction industry pretty much my whole professional life, I'm pretty picky about what happens during construction and who I'm working with. And with Mast Builders, it was effortless. The team from start to finish was very mindful of the fact that we were living in the house, and they cleaned up every day.
All of the crew, very helpful. And if there was any questions, they would bring us in and we would talk about it and making sure, is this the right place where you want this? In terms of expectations, knowing it was being completed on time and knowing that they were taking care of all the details, a smooth and just a very comfortable relationship.
Well, for me, some of the surprises that I encountered during a project with Mast Builders is that we didn't have typical kind of contractor excuses for anything if it didn't go right or if it needed to be a little bit tweaked somehow. There was always, if there was an issue, there was a solution for it. That was a surprise because working in construction, there's always a problem with something. And sometimes it gets solved easily, sometimes you end up fighting about it. We didn't have any fights.
It went great. And I would say, if anything, we laughed more than I thought we would.
True. Well, there were bumps along the way. We had sometimes subcontractors that didn't show up. But when that happened, Mast always let us know that there's been an issue. But overall, the bumps were small because they were so good about doing the work timely and doing a great job with the quality of the work.
Yep, we've already, as Joe said, we've already talked about, some people that are looking at projects that, to recommend Mast Builders and how happy we were with them. And I think they would feel the same way. I can sum up in terms of our granddaughter coming in after the first time seeing the kitchen. Mm-hmm. She walks in, she turns around, and she went, wow. So I guess that's wow.
Yeah.
It was a great way to express how we felt.